Namaste friends, my name is Amit Garg. Welcome to my channel Vedic Astro Amit. Today we'll talk about the upcoming new moon, Amavasya, very important. That's taking place during the Thanksgiving break, and it's going to be could be emotional roller coaster. It's taking place in Scorpio, the sign of debilitation of the moon. If you like the content, please subscribe to the channel. We also have lots of courses that I teach live, or you can get the pre-recorded versions. You can check out on the website VedicAstrology.com. And also, we are going on a retreat in June 2025 to India. It's going to be a very, very spiritual experience. You can check out the details on the website as well. So let's begin with all of the 12 rising signs. Again, this is based on Vedic zodiac, not the Western zodiac. And you can see your rising sign, your lagna. First of all, Aries rising, Aries lagna, Aries ascendant. For Aries, this new moon is taking place in your eighth house in the sign of Scorpio. So the moon is debilitated. That means you have to let go of your ego, and that's true for everybody, all the rising signs. And moon is going to be in Anuradha, both sun and the moon. Anuradha is the nakshatra of bhakti, of devotion, of chanting, of having some, this higher consciousness or higher being or something that we surrender ourselves to. So that's the theme. Now, for Aries rising, this is taking place in your eighth house, that is the house of change and transformation. Um, and then there is an exchange with Mars, Parivartan Yoga, because Mars is in Cancer, Moon is in Scorpio. They are in each other's signs. So your Moksha Trikona is getting activated. Moksha Trikona is the fourth house, eighth house, and 12th house. And this is the time, the month when you will discover what makes you happy. That's the fourth house. But also, this will be a very, very transformative month. This is going to be a lot of change and transformation in your life. And see, new moon is new beginnings. So, what kind of beginnings can you expect? Those will be related to the fourth house and the eighth house. So, one could be fourth house represents our inner happiness, as I mentioned. So, you can figure out what makes you happy. Secondly, in your home environment, you'll probably spend more time in your home with your family, how to be happy in your home, in your being. And then also something to do with real estate or maybe buying a vehicle. All of those are fourth house matters. And then eighth house, you may focus on other people's wealth. So if you do client work, this will be good for you. This will bring in new clients. Also, maybe possibly some kind of inheritance coming your way, or your shared resources with your spouse, or you'll manage other people's money as a wealth manager or working in finance. So those are the themes. But the biggest thing is this Moksha Trikona getting activated. So eighth house represents all the hidden wisdom, all the esoteric wisdom. So this is a perfect month for you to start something very deep, any spiritual subject that will help you discover the secrets of the universe. Now, Moon debilitated and connection with Mars, and of course, there's trinal aspect of Rahu as well. But that all means we may feel there may be fear of the unknown for Aries rising, because eighth house is hidden, and the mind, the moon, feels lost. It's like the bottom of the ocean. There's no light there, and so that's the concern. So you got to keep your mind, happy, engaged, and self-reflection, and also will have the blessings of the Guru though. So there's the seventh aspect of Jupiter. Ultimately, this will lead to sort of spiritual transformation for you. Eighth house with Sun and also Mercury sitting there actually, and Mercury is going to be retrograde, so that again internalizes the energy. So focus on change and transformation and what makes you happy. That's the fourth house and eighth house activated. Next is Taurus rising, Taurus lagna, Taurus ascendant. This new moon is taking place in your seventh house, in the sign of Scorpio. And as we know, moon is debilitated in Scorpio. And also, this is in the nakshatra of Anuradha. And there's going to be exchange between Mars and Moon because Mars is in Cancer, Moon is in Scorpio, so they are in each other's sign. So your third house and your seventh house are completely activated. This is your Kama Trikona. The third house, seventh house, 11th house, this is the Kama Trikona. So that means a fulfillment of desires. And now specifically, your seven, see, the new moon is new beginnings. It gives you something new related to the house that the moon rules or the moon is sitting in. So this new moon, the peak will be at this time, 30th of November in US and December 1st in India. You can see the time here on the screen, but this is the beginning of the new cycle. So this is applicable for the next 30 days for the full new moon cycle. And so what that means is, first of all, there will be some new beginnings with respect to your relationships, your one-on-one partnerships. So this is absolutely fantastic month for you to develop partnerships, both business as well as personal. And then secondly, your third house getting activated because of the exchange with Mars. And so something to do with your younger siblings. And then also your friends, your network. So good time for networking, marketing, meeting people. That is the third house. Short distance travels. The short any travels you do within the city will be very fruitful and will be beneficial for the long term. And then also third house is learning new skills. So this is a great time to begin. This new moon marks the beginning. Begin learning some new skills, especially with your hands. But also if you already, say play guitar or do things with your hands, then focus on that more and more. This will give you a lot of, good results. And you'll feel more courageous. Moon is completely activating the third house. Third house represents our courage in dealing with day-to-day challenges. And also the nakshatra is Anuradha. That is all about devotion and surrender. So you got to surrender. You got to have be devoted to something or somebody that is beyond your three-dimensional existence. Now, caution is there could be a lot of emotional turmoil, change, transformation in your relationship in your seventh house aspects. That's because Moon is still debilitated there, and Mars coming in there. So Sun and Mars energy will be in your seventh house for Taurus rising. Very important to stay calm in your relationship, not to react. Otherwise, there could be a lot of emotions and also a lot of anger. And the Sun and Mars is all fiery Pitta energy, but then Moon in Scorpio, it's like a lot of emotional turmoil. So be careful on the emotional front, but otherwise, fantastic time to create something new, new partnerships and new connections through marketing and also communication, written communication especially, and meeting people. So that's for the Taurus rising. Next is Gemini rising. For Gemini rising, this new moon is taking place in your sixth house in the sign of Scorpio, in the sign of Scorpio and in the nakshatra of Anuradha. And at the same time, there's going to be an exchange between Moon and Mars between your second house and your sixth house. So your Artha Trikona is activated. Artha is all about the resources. So this is the month starting on November 30th for the full 30 days and December 1st in India. This month, focus on accumulating more wealth, how you can make more money, more resources, more stability in your job, profession. So first of all, new moon is new beginnings. So this will give you new ideas, new ways of making money. It's going to be in the nakshatra of Anuradha. That means devotion and bhakti and surrendering to some higher purpose, higher cause, higher being, higher consciousness. So you have to have some kind of this deity or anything that you are devoted to. Uh, Literally, Anuradha is chanting and devotion and bhakti, all of that. So that's very good throughout this month for all the rising signs. Now for Gemini rising, sixth house is represents our health. So this is a great period, great time for you to start some new health routines or focus on your health. If you already are healthy and working on your health and you have a health routine, that's great. So focus more on that. Secondly, this will give you new ideas, new projects or new initiatives or new a lot of success in your job, in your profession. If you work for somebody, this is going to be fantastic. Good energy, new beginnings with respect to your job, or you may literally get a new job. And then sixth house is service. So this is a great time to serve other people, volunteer, or just helping out other people. And then one caution, if there are any legal issues or things happening, that there may be a lot of emotions going on. So be careful. Just do not react to the situations. And although Mars coming here with the exchange, so Sun and Mars in the sixth house, that'll give you a lot of strength, a lot of courage to fight the enemies. So it's a good period for that, but could be emotional also. Be careful about that. This is the month when your speech will be very, very effective. Moon going to the second house means you can have this emotional connection with other people through your speech. So make sure you're speaking, any speaking engagements, or just your words. Choose your words wisely. It's going to have a huge impact on other people. That's Moon in the second house. And this month will give you a lot of courage to fight with your Shadripus, the six inner weaknesses, Kama, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mad, Matsarya. Because Sun and Mars energy in the sixth house will make you very courageous in dealing with both inner enemies and external enemies. And focus on your diet, on your food. That's sixth house, and sorry, second house. You may want see one possible concern is there may be emotional eating because Moon sitting in the second house, the person and then exchange with Mars. So there may be a tendency to overeat or just emotional eating. But otherwise, this is a good period to focus on your diet, on your food, eat sattvic food, and improve your health. So that's for Gemini rising. Next is Cancer rising. For Cancer rising, Cancer Lagna, Cancer ascendant. This new moon is taking place in your fifth house in the sign of Scorpio in the nakshatra of Anuradha. First of all, Anuradha is all about devotion and bhakti and surrender and having this some higher purpose, higher being, higher consciousness. You have to have this faith in something higher beyond the three-dimensional existence that is your body. Secondly, so the sign is Scorpio, and then also there's going to be an exchange with Mars because Mars is in Cancer, Moon is in Scorpio, so they are in each other's sign. So you have a deep connection between the first house and the fifth house. So your Dharma Trikona is getting activated. Dharma Trikona is the first house, fifth house, and ninth house. So this literally means for Cancer rising, complete transformation in your being, in who you are, your personality, yourself. That is the first house. And Moon is going to go there. And then sort of like self-discovery, who you are, being more confident. See, Mars is debilitated in your Lagna, but with this exchange, both Moon and Mars are getting a lot of power. So your Lagna Lord is coming to your Lagna. And then Mars, the fifth Lord, is going to the fifth house, making both the houses extremely strong. Okay, so be more confident. And also fifth house is creativity. This is the month starting November 30th in US and December 1st in India. This is the month, 30 days, when you should really focus on your creativity. Be creative, create new things. Doesn't matter, whether you are an artist or whatever. So be creative in everything that you do. Secondly, this fifth house is also speculation, so maybe more success or more activities related to your stock market and investments, all of that. A good period for that. And then fifth house is our romantic relationships also. So one caution is there could be a lot of emotions going on in your romantic relationships. That's because Sun and Mars, if after the exchange, but before that, the Moon there being debilitated in the sign of Scorpio. So be careful about emotional ups and downs in your romantic relationships, and same thing with your children also. So don't be too emotional when it comes to your children or dealing with them, or in their life there may be some emotional issues going on. But absolutely good period to begin something new, some new initiatives together with your children. And they'll also feel this energy, this extremely powerful combination of Sun and Mars after the exchange. So a great time to focus on your children, on yourself, self-transformation, and also creativity. And fifth house also relates with the mantra shastra. So, and this is because it's taking place in Anuradha. So perfect time for Cancer rising to pick up some mantra or chanting, or learn the mantra and start chanting, or at least listen to lots of mantras. That's one big remedy for Cancer rising, to focus on chanting and listening to mantras. Next is Leo rising. Leo ascendant, Leo Lagna. For Leo, this new moon is taking place in your fourth house, and your Moksha Trikona is getting activated. Moksha Trikona is the fourth house, eighth house, and 12th house. So we have exchange of Moon and Mars, Parivartan Yoga, because Moon is in the sign of Mars and Mars is in the sign of Cancer. So there's an exchange. So that strengthens both the houses. Very powerful exchange. And this new moon is taking place in the nakshatra of Anuradha. So you have to find something or someone that you're devoted to, maybe some god or goddess or some higher power or consciousness or truth or anything beyond the three-dimensional existence. So that's the energy of Anuradha. And so first of all, new moon is all about new beginnings. So the next 30 days, starting November 30th in US and December 1st in India, this will bring new beginnings with respect to your fourth house and with respect to your 12th house, especially. So maybe this is time for real estate, buying a new home or some changes, renovation in your existing place of residence, new vehicle. Also figuring out what makes you happy. That's the fourth house, your inner happiness. Sukha sthana, that's the fourth house. Sukha means inner happiness, real happiness, long-lasting happiness. At the same time, exchange with the 12th house activates the 12th house. So maybe good opportunities abroad. So maybe travel abroad or projects from foreign countries or dealing a lot with foreigners. And also this is a good time for going on a retreat. That's the 12th house. And this will bring to surface a lot of hidden secrets to you because 12th house Lord is having an exchange with the fourth Lord. One of the caution is this: there may be some emotional ups and downs, emotional roller coaster almost when it comes to your family, and especially this new moon is coming during the Thanksgiving break. So be careful about emotions running high when it comes to family, and then also there may be some secrets that will be revealed to you because of the 12th house exchange and the 12th the Mars coming to your fourth house. So that will bring light to some of the hidden secrets. So that's what's happening with the sign of Leo. And remember, this is applicable for the next 30 days, not just the moment of new moon. Next is Virgo rising. For Virgo, this new moon is taking place in your third house. And there's going to be exchange between Moon and Mars. And Mars is sitting in your 11th house. So the exchange between the third Lord and the 11th Lord. And so your Kama Trikona is getting activated, a lot of fulfillment of desires. And this new moon taking place in nakshatra of Anuradha, that means bhakti, chanting, surrender, surrendering to some higher consciousness. So that's the theme for this month, this whole month, beginning November 30th or in US and December 1st in India. The next 30 days, that's what we're talking about. So new moon gives birth to something new. And what that new is going to be for Virgo rising, something to do with your communication. That is the third house. Your younger siblings, your new relationship with your younger siblings, a better relationship with your younger siblings, or with your close friends, that's third house, or with your neighbors, spend time with your neighbors. Spend time, short distance travel within the city. Those will be very, very fruitful for you. At the same time, networking, marketing, social media, 11th house and third house getting activated. Be on the social media a lot more and share your thoughts, your message, your wisdom. And then also, this will bring in a lot of new friendships, or this will solidify existing friendships. The focus will be on friends, networking, social media, and this will also give you a lot of courage to deal with the day-to-day challenges because Mars going to the third house with the sun makes you very powerful, like a fighter, and dealing with the enemies. Now, challenges, I should say. And then third house is also house of skills. So absolutely fantastic time to learn some new skills or focus on skills that you have, enhance those skills. Um, at the same time, there could be a lot of emotions, emotional ups and downs with respect to your friends or younger siblings or on social media. So be very careful around that. But otherwise, absolutely fantastic time to be out there and develop friendships and be on social media. So that's for the sign of Virgo. And you also have blessings of the Guru. So seventh aspect of Jupiter is going to be there. So good overall good spiritual energy. Next is the sign of Libra. Libra rising, Libra Lagna, Libra ascendant. The new moon is taking place in your second house in the sign of Scorpio. So moon is debilitated there, but it's having a parivartana, an exchange with Mars, because Mars is in the sign of moon, Cancer, and moon is in the sign of Mars, that is Scorpio. So they're in each other's signs, so you can exchange their places. So for Libra rising, your Artha Trikona is activated. Artha Trikona is the three houses, the second house, sixth house, and 10th house, that relates to resources and finances and wealth and abundance, all of that. So the focus this whole month, begin something, initiatives that will give you more wealth. Uh, and then this is taking place in Nakshatra of Anuradha. That means have some devotion, bhakti, surrender, this faith on some higher power. Beyond your three-dimensional existence. That's very important. So whatever you do during this month, have the feeling of this faith and devotion and surrender. Now, moon is debilitated second house, so that means there may be emotional connection or ups and downs when it comes to financial, the family wealth and resources. You may be emotionally attached, so that's one caution. Just be neutral and not be too attached with the results. But overall, this month will give you ample opportunities, new ideas, new ways of making money, accumulating wealth. Also, doing business. 10th house relates to our business, our career, our profession. So you'll have a lot of creativity, new ways of doing things, or literally new business or new opportunities in your profession, in your business. So the second house and 10th house are completely activated. Another caution is in terms of your speech, you may feel very emotional, but also could be aggression, because Moon in the second house makes you, speech emotional, but also Mars is going there after exchange. So Sun and Mars will be in the second house. So there may be, aggression or harsh words. So speech, you have to be careful with your speech. But this also means a very powerful speech. Sun and Mars in the second house, really powerful. Your words will have a lot of power, so use them wisely. So that's for the sign of Libra, Libra rising, Libra ascendant. Next is Scorpio. Of course, this is big for Scorpio. This new moon taking place in your Lagna, in your first house. And this new moon is taking place on November 30th in US and December 1st in India. But the effect, so when we say new moon, this is the moment, the peak, but then the results you see for the next 30 days. So there will be complete change, transformation for you for Scorpio rising. This is like Phoenix rising. You'll feel there'll be opportunities to be more assertive, discover yourself, who you are, uh, personality development, being very confident, because sun is in your lagna, but then Mars comes there after exchange. So Sun and Mars in lagna makes you a warrior, very confident. Uh, there is also concern that this new moon may make you very emotional, uh, like emotional turmoil and change and ups and downs, and because of the moon in Scorpio debilitated, but also Mars coming there. This is a good period for also higher studies. That's the ninth house, or spending time with the gurus, higher wisdom. You being a guru, if you have some skills or wisdom to share with the world, this is the time to do that. Start sharing your wisdom with other people, or just having discussions with your sangha. Good time for long distance travel also. That is the ninth house. And this will give you, this month, this new moon will give you ideas or some more clarity on your spiritual path. That is the ninth house. There may be gurus that will be coming to you. So the ninth house and the first house exchange. So that means you'll meet new gurus possibly, or you will go to the gurus. And also, one big remedy for Scorpio rising is spending time at the temples or religious place, church, or wherever you feel happy. So go there, physically sit there, spend more time in the religious places. So that's for the sign of Scorpio. Next is Sagittarius rising. Sagittarius, this new moon is taking place in your 12th house. This is the 12th house in the sign of Scorpio. And there's an exchange between Mars and Moon, because Mars is in Cancer, which is ruled by Moon, and Moon is in Scorpio, which is ruled by Mars. So they're in each other's signs, so you can bring them, exchange their places. This new moon is taking place on November 30th in US and December 1st in India, but the energy will be there for the next 30 days. And this is taking place in nakshatra of Anuradha. That means you have to have some kind of devotion or this surrender or this belief and faith in some higher power beyond your three-dimensional existence. So that's the overall theme. So your moksha trikona is activated for Sagittarius rising. Your 8th house and 12th house are part of the moksha trikona, so that's getting completely activated. And of course, the Rahu sitting in the 4th house is having trinal aspect on both the 4th house and the 8th house. So what does all that mean? This means you will discover something beyond three dimensions. That is the 8th house and 12th house. Maybe secrets of the universe, a lot of change and transformation in your mind. Some secrets will be revealed to you. That is the 12th house. Focus on energy healing, ancestral, the connection with the ancestors, astral travel. So you can do yoga nidra, lucid dreaming. Basically, do lots and lots of meditation. Any of these guided meditations will guide you. You may feel very emotional though, because Moon going over to the 8th house, but then before the Parivartan, before the exchange, Mars sitting in the 8th house, there could be emotional ups and downs, roller coaster, also fear of the unknown when Moon goes to the 8th house, especially the debilitated Moon. And then also, you may be dealing with a lot of secrets. 8th house and 12th house deal with the secrets. So some secrets will be revealed to you, but be cautious. There's no, hidden things, hidden stuff going on the negative side. Also good for foreign travel, dealing with the foreigners, foreign people, foreign ideas, foreign projects, and also good for retreats. Just it could be as simple as staying in your home and not talking when not needed. So basically remaining silent as much as possible. Or literally going to a retreat place and staying there for a few days. So that's going to be very powerful for you. So that's all for the sign of Sagittarius, Sagittarius Lagna or rising sign. Next is Capricorn rising, Makar Lagna. For Capricorn, this new moon taking place in your 11th house in the sign of Scorpio. And there's going to be an exchange between Mars and Moon because Mars is in Cancer, which is ruled by Moon, and Moon is in Scorpio, which is ruled by Mars. So they are in each other's signs. And this new moon is taking place in Anuradha Nakshatra. First of all, the peak, the moment of new moon is November 30th in US and December 1st in India. But the effect, this is new moon, this moment means the beginning. But the effect will be there for the next 30 days. So we're talking about this whole month, the new moon cycle. Anuradha Nakshatra, first of all, that is all about devotion and bhakti and chanting and surrender. So you have to find something or someone or some higher being that you're devoted towards, and show that devotion, that bhakti, that surrender. That's the theme for this new moon. Secondly, this moon is going to be debilitated, but the debilitation sort of gets cancelled because of exchange with moon. So your Kama Trikona is getting activated for Capricorn rising. Kama Trikona includes the 3rd house, 7th house, and the 11th house. And 3rd house also because Rahu is there, and that is having a trinal aspect on both your 7th house and 11th house. So what all this means, there will be fulfillment of desires. On the other side, on the flip side, there may be excessive desire. So that's a caution. Make sure you're not having excessive desires, but your desires will be fulfilled. You'll have ample opportunities, new ideas, new ways of fulfilling your desires. So for your 11th house represents connection with other people, like friends, social media. All of that will be the focus. So you'll rise and shine in that area. So this is a perfect month to begin something. If you don't have already, like online presence and connecting with people, helping the humanity, that is the 11th house. So you may have some ideas how you can help the humanity. Implement those ideas. Again, 7th house also getting activated because of the exchange. So develop partnerships, one-on-one partnerships. That is the 7th house, both your personal life and business partnerships. This is a fantastic month to have those discussions, and also at the group level, that is 11th house. So all sorts of partnerships, and also good for networking, reaching out to people, that is the 3rd house getting activated. And then there could be some emotions running high, emotional ups and downs when it comes to your partnerships, your relationships. So be careful about that. Also on social media, that's 11th house. Don't react. Don't get involved in any emotional discussions or things going on social media. This new moon will give you a lot of new ideas how to make money, additional income. That is 11th house. And this new moon cycle may also improve your relationship with your older siblings. That's 11th house as well. So that's for the sign of Capricorn, Capricorn rising. Next is Aquarius rising, Aquarius Lagna, Aquarius ascendant. For Aquarius, this new moon is taking place in your 10th house in the sign of Scorpio. And there is going to be an exchange with Mars. Mars is sitting in the 6th house in the sign of Cancer, that is ruled by Moon, and Moon is in Scorpio, that is ruled by Mars. So they have an exchange, Parivartan Yoga. And this new moon is taking place in the nakshatra of Anuradha. Anuradha means devotion, bhakti, surrender. So chanting and all of that is the theme this month. So do lots of chanting and bhakti and devotion, or at least have this surrender, this faith in something beyond the three-dimensional existence, beyond your body. And then Moon is debilitated. That means one caution, be careful when it comes to dealing with your co-workers. That's the 10th house. But otherwise, a very powerful time because of the exchange. Sun and Mars come to your 10th house. So be very, very courageous, be very, very strong when it comes to your career. You'll have a lot of energy, but also there could be a lot of anger, aggression, tendency for picking up fights. So that's one big caution. So both the things, emotional turmoil, ups and downs, but also aggression and anger, all of that is possible. But otherwise, this is going to make you very, very strong as a leader. You do things as a leader, as a commander in chief. So this month will give you a lot of good opportunities, new ideas at work. At the same time, 6th house getting a lot of strength. So good for health overall. This will improve your health. New ideas how to take care of your health. New ideas how to help other people. That is volunteer services. That's the 6th house. But there could be emotions when it comes to dealing with any legal issues you may be going through. So be careful on that. But the 6th house overall is also good, Mars there, but then with the exchange of Moon, this is a good month to reflect on your weaknesses. That is the Shadripus, the 6 weaknesses that we all have. This month will give you good reflection on that, how to take care of your inner weaknesses, the Shadripus. Overall, your Earth Trikona is getting activated. The Earth Trikona is the 2nd house, 6th house, and 10th house. So the theme will be how to make more money, financial wealth, and improve your income, improve your accumulated resources, lots of ideas, and you'll be very, very courageous with the Sun, Moon, and Mars combination there. So that's overall for the sign of Aquarius, Aquarius rising. Next is Pisces. Pisces Lagna, Pisces Ascendant, Pisces rising. For Pisces, this new moon is taking place in your 9th house in the sign of Scorpio. Moon is debilitated in Scorpio, but it's having an exchange with Mars because Mars is in Cancer, ruled by Moon, and Moon is in Scorpio, ruled by Mars. So they're having an exchange. And so this gives strength to both the 5th house and the 9th house. So your Dharma Trikona is getting activated. Dharma Trikona is your 1st house, 5th house, and 9th house. And also Rahu sitting in the Lagna, of course, and giving a trinal aspect to both the 5th house and 9th house. So very spiritual period overall. And this new moon taking place on November 30th in US and December 1st in India. But the energy is for the full next cycle of 30 days. So first of all, this is a good month for um, improving your relationship with your gurus, with your teachers, or you yourself being a guru. Start sharing your wisdom with the other people. If you already are a guru, a teacher, a coach, a consultant, this will improve your skills, but also more opportunities. This is also good for higher studies, good for long distance travel, spiritual travel, pilgrimage, good for your children also. New opportunities in their life or your connection with your children will improve. Also, your romantic relationships. One caution in all these areas with respect to romantic relationships, with respect to your children, with respect to your gurus or your father also, there could be a lot of emotions also involved, ups and downs, emotional turmoil. But if you can let go of that, if you do not react to situations, then this is very, very powerful. So again, all the people, relationships that are involved are your romantic relationships, children, father, your gurus, and your disciples, your students, because of the fifth house and ninth house getting active. So all of those areas will have lots of opportunities uh, and give you strength and wisdom to act as a leader, as a guru, as a coach, as a consultant for other people, but at the same time, act as a student, as a learner, because fifth house is activated as well. And again, Anuradha Nakshatra, that's all about devotion and bhakti. So find some higher purpose, higher being, higher consciousness that you can surrender to. Then all this will give you a lot of blessings throughout this new moon cycle. So that's for the sign of Pisces, Pisces Lagna, Pisces Ascendant, Pisces Rising. So that's the powerful new moon coming up on this Thanksgiving break. Uh, because moon is debilitated, so there could be a lot of emotional ups and downs and emotional challenges, but it's very strong because of the Parivartan Yoga with Mars. And so the Sun and Mars together in Scorpio, and then moon goes to Cancer. And again, remember, new moon means new beginning. So a lot of opportunities, but in what area that you can see based on your rising sign. So if you like the content, please subscribe to the channel and also give your feedback. And also, if you want to learn astrology, we have lots of courses live going on. You can check out on my website with VedicAstrology.com. And also, we are having a retreat, a spiritual experience, 12-day journey in South India next year. You can register, check out the details and register on the website as well. As always, thank you for your support and help, and especially for the paid members also. And consider becoming a paid member. We have daily transit analysis also as part of the YouTube membership. Wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving break and good times with your family, and also safe travels. And maybe you all have wonderful blessings of this new moon cycle. Namaste.